Hi guys, just a quick side note before we get started here. If you check the description, you're going to have links to all of these certain repairs that you need to do. Now, because it's completely random, there's no point in just doing it in order. I can just show you certain repairs out of order, and it's exactly the same thing. So check the description if you're looking for a certain repair, and you can jump straight to it. Hi guys, and welcome to Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop. John here, and I'm going to be taking you through the tutorial as well as the first couple of days, maybe 3 days, of this incredibly difficult game. I would say difficult because the learning curve is tremendous, if you will, and actually learning how to navigate the actual manual is difficult enough. We spent a good 2-3 hours on the first day we got this game. We figured out that you could actually turn pages using the joystick. So we were going through the D-pad, going through pages and not knowing there was a whole bunch of information once you get to a page, pushing the joystick right and left. So I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do the first couple of days, including the tutorial. Let's see over here. We're going to play the tutorial as well because a lot of people are going to be wanting to know how to do that. So we're going to start a new run right there. Let's go. So guys, I'm not going to be showing cutscenes. You can watch them on your side. I'm just going to be showing you what to do. So let's crack on with it. We're going to head all the way to the left first. And remember, pat this cat over there to my right 100 times for a trophy. And again, I'm going to skip ahead. What we're going to do here is we're going to open up the fuel cell first. So that brings it in and out. Then we're going to head over to that and make it come out a little bit further. But we can't do it. So we have to get our spanner, or sorry, our wrench. And we're going to hold X. And we're going to move left and right on the joystick just like it says there. Then move to the next one. And do the same thing. I might have to turn the storm sound down. Then we can push circle, then we can pull it out. Now what you want to do is hold down X and then push square, and it takes it to your inventory. Okay, now we've got the tank. This is what we couldn't figure out. Me and the missus, we were like, how do you refill the tank? We didn't realize this station was a refueling station. It was something else. It took us longer than we cared to admit. But even the tutorial here, we got pretty frustrated because the tutorial is meant to be like, show you how it's done, leave nothing up to guessing, and we couldn't figure it out. We had to head online. So here we go, we're going to grab the fuel station, and we're going to plonk it right there. Then we go back and talk to him again. I'm just going to skip through this, guys. We're going to go to the shop, and we have to buy a new fuel tank, because this one's busted. You see it's sparking? So what we're going to do is we're going to hold down X, then we're going to push L1 and drop it into there. Then we're going to push square to go over to the shop. Once again, we're going to hold down X and push square to purchase that. There we go. Now we have to refuel it. We'll fill it up, should I say. So we're going to hold down X. And then we're going to push square. And it'll take us that side. Then we're going to push the tank in. Like that. And then over here, we've got to select our fuel. But as you can see, this is an orange tank. So we want the orange fuel on this one. Otherwise, you would pull that up and then turn that. So, pull down on that. Now don't push it too far. Just so it does that. If you do it anymore, it's going to explode. And you have to go back and do it again. So we're going to come over here. We're going to pull that down to exit the tank. And then bring it over there. We go back and talk to him. Then we're going to go back to the house to put the power on it. And then we can start cracking on some of these jobs. I've only gone to like day 3 or 4. And then I started my run again. Because it could be done more efficiently. We don't want to go to the basement, we want to go to the power here. So once again, we're going to hold down X, and this is the last time I'm going to explain moving stuff from inventory. So you're going to hold X, then push square to swap screens. Bang, drop it in. Then close the tank, and see that down and up? We can't do that yet, so we have to get our spanner back. And now we're going to push down on the D-pad, guys. Watch the spanner as red and green. So red is obviously loosen and green is tighten. So then we're going to push green and we can see the things closing. Move to the next one, do the same thing. There we go. Then, bang, we close it. Nice work. So we're going to his van and we're going to sleep. Okay, next day, let's wake up. Let's go outside and talk to our dude again. And again, this is going to be showing us with the little exclamations, what to do, when to do it. So right over here, he's going to talk about his shop. Then we're going to check out the check-in machine. Clock in at least. So again, here we can move around. So we're going to move the joystick left and right to get to my card on the left. We're going to hold X, move it to the right, drop it in there, and then go to the lever, and bang, we've clocked in. Now you can take it out and put it over there if you want, but you don't have to. There we go. Training day begins. So, sorry, not day 1, it's training day. Okay, so he's telling us that the jobs will come in from this phone booth here. Okay, push X on the job. We've only got one job to do. We can push triangle right here to have a little closer look. So it's going to be the module is going to be the oil. Follow workshop machines may be required for the job. See, fluid station, honk, pancake, stacker. So we're going to push X on that, even though we don't have the stacker. Now, before we run anywhere, there's a piece of paper coming out there. We want to grab the checklist. This way, if you push the touchpad on the top left, there we go. Adjust the oil to the first level. Now, here we go. He's going to tell us what to do. Or just talk a bit more crap. Okay, so now we can't actually reach. We've got to go this way to the exclamation. We're going to head all the way over here and grab this box. The fluid station. So we're going to put it right there, I guess. Then we're going to head back to the ship. And we're going to push down on the D-pad to lower the ship. So we can reach the access point over here. And we're going to change the oil. So, let's have a look. The first thing you want to do when you come to the oil is go over here to the top left and hold X down on there. You can see the pressure releasing. You want that to be kind of in the middle of the blue. That's the first thing you do all the time on the oil. Then what we can do is push L1 to open the manual. And we're looking for the upside down over here, number 2. This is going to be the oil change. So let me just show you that again because it's so difficult. I'll tell you in a second. So we're going to get the screwdriver and we're going to grab that and we're going to hold down X and we're going to move left and right. So again, I'm only going to tell you how to do that once. It's the same for all tools. Hold down X and then move that left and right. When you see the little notification, then it's open. So we're going to push circle to get rid of the screwdriver. We're going to come down over here to the hatch. Again, holding X and moving up on the joystick to open the hatch. Now, you can see I've already done the oil pressure here. We can see that this guy is going very fast. So if you look on the bottom right hand corner, it has toggle pump. So you want to turn that off because we're doing some renovations. We're doing some alterations here. We don't want to mess that up. So now, as you can see on the big screen in the middle, we've got a fuel gauge and that's empty. So what we have to do is we have to get something to help us fill that. So we're going to go to the shop and we're going to go right over here to the fluid canister. We're going to hold X, push square and drop it in our inventory. Then we're going to go to the refuel station. No, not the refuel station, that's my bad. The fluid station. Then we're going to push X, hold down X and push square again. And we're going to go all the way across to oil. Then we're going to hold that down, fill it up. Then again, grab it, chuck it back in your menu, in your inventory. And we're going to head back to the ship. And we're going to grab said oil, holding X, push square. And we're going to put it at the top. Then we're going to be very slowly pushing it up to fill. And then obviously going downward, empty it. So that's kind of in the middle, maybe just above the middle. That's fine. We're going to grab our canister. We're going to move it across, put it back there. Then we're going to push square to come back to the side. And we're going to grab the thing at the top and pull it down. Then we are going to push R1, grab the screwdriver. And again, just turn these guys once. Make sure they're facing downwards. And that is the oil change. Now we're going to push the touchpad, adjust oil to the correct level. So then ring the bell. So we're going to see how close we were to that. It might be a bit much. So confirm ending by ringing the bell. Incorrect oil quantity 20. As we keep going. So that's the end of the day. We are going to clock out and that should be the training day done. So we're going to grab Wilbur from the right, hold down X, drop it in there, bang. And we can put it over there if we want to. Then we are going to go to sleep. Okay, we are awake. I'm not sure if it gives you any information about what day or anything it is, but let's keep going. So again, guys, I'm just going to fast forward all of this. He's just telling us rent is due soon. You pay rent all the way on the left-hand side of the stage. But over here, now we can go to the speakeasy. There's a whole lot of stuff down here we can do, and I have no idea what it is yet. And again, remember, pat the cat 100 times on the rent area on the far left to get a trophy. So we're going to talk to him. Again, he's just going to tell you about his missing or nostalgia. We can't use this right now. We have to head all the way to the right because there's an exclamation over there. And we're going to talk to this fella. This guy is just like a black market guy. Sometimes you find items when you're repairing a ship, like in the background, and you'll take it and sell it to him. So there's no exclamation over here now. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to sign in, or clock in, should I say. And we're going to grab Wilbur. Bang. And we can leave it in there. Okay, let's have a look. Camp Master, this is module fuel, and over here rebreather. Rebreathers can be super difficult to do. So I'm going to go with the refuel one here for now. And we're going to grab our checklist as per usual. There we go, fill up the fuel tanks. And blah. So here we have the oil, here we have the toilet, here we have the fuel. So remember, push up and down on the D-pad if you can't reach something. Now we can enter the ship. This kind of thing, this is where I think you could steal or maybe like crack safes and stuff, but that's for later. Fuel right here. Let's have a look over here. We're going to open the tanks. And again, looks like just a straightforward water refuel over here. Let's go to the refuel station. Same as before. We're going to put that in there. We're going to fill it with water. Is it water or O2? Maybe it's liquid. Oh, I just accidentally blew it up. So let's show you what happens when that happens. As you can see, it is a bit uncomfortable. So again, we're just going to do this very carefully. Then open it up. I try to open it up and I push the wrong side. So what we're going to do, we'll come to the shop over here. Then I'm going to hold this down, push X, and then I'm going to push L1 to drop it in there, into the rubbish. Then I'm going to come over here, grab another fuel tank. It's probably at my expense, unfortunately. And we're going to close it up and we're going to get some more fuel in there. Again, being very careful not to explode. There we go. Is that my mattress delivery? I'm not sure. Back to the fuel tank. So I'm looking outside my window. Here we go. So we're going to grab the fuel, chuck them in there, grab the other one, and we're going to close both hatches and close that up there. And again, checking our checklist. He's all done. Let's go. Perfect refill. We need 280 rent. So here comes our dude for some tips. Come on, sir. Now we can see the days changed color a bit there. Rage, anger, despair. All things I'm not feeling. Oh, I love it to bits. Oh. He gave me $5 tip. So when he pisses off, that transparent fellow, we can look for another job. I hope it's not another rebreather. Just need some simple, easy stuff. Rent is only in 2 days. That's fine. I need to expand my workshop. Ooh, don't know. And let's do identification because I haven't done this, and this is a tutorial anyway. So we're going to grab that, the checklist, and fix the identification modules. Okay, let's do this from scratch. Nods. This actually said identification. Good. Okay, let's have a look at this. So I'm going to go push L1 for my book, and I'm going to page through to the right hand side until I get the identification. Okay guys, so I'm going to push L1 and I've gotten to the photo area, which is right over here. If you look at the top, it's the circle, top left, the blue circle, and then going down to 1. Not easy to navigate. But what we're going to do here is we're going to get my spanner and we're going to undo the bolts. We go to the other one as well, undo the bolts. For this one, looks like we're going to have to grab the bolts. So we're going to push square, bring them over there. Make sure we put them back afterwards. Then we're going to lift the panel. So let's have a look here. That looks cracked over there. See the little crack in it? If I look at this and bring it over here, I want to go see if there's one of these in the shop. Let's have a look. Let's go to the shop and let's scroll down. That looks like one, doesn't it? So we're going to purchase that. So I don't know if I can repair these or if I should just throw them away straight away. I don't know. But let's go back. Okay. So now that's gone over there. That's like the flash, pretty much. The flash bulb. So what I want to do here is I want to close this and take one photo and just see what the problem is here. So we have to wait a couple of seconds or 15 seconds for this guy to develop. There we go. Do I shake it round? Okay, so looking on the right hand side, perfect focus subject to sharp background blurry. Okay, so this photo is out of focus. Now, what you have to do is, I think the initial focus was over here somewhere. I don't remember where this was originally, because the only way to get it in focus is to know how many stops away from that point is the actual focus. So looking at this over here, it doesn't look too out of focus, so it's probably close. And this is why you only have 5 photos. So I'm going to pull the lever. If you look over here, it says Number 1, determine how many stops out the current focus is. So depending how bad it is, using the previous page as a guide. So this over here, perfect focus, 2, 3 focus out. You see the middle one, 2 to 3 focus stops out, 4 stops out. Okay, so it's 2 to 3 focus, but in a certain direction. So I'm going to just try it there. And again, we can throw this away. That's looking a bit better. There we go. So we could tell that this is a good focus because the foreground is clear and the background is blurry, just like it says in the top right corner. Perfect focus. Subject sharp, background blurry. So what do we do now? Open the surface cover, crank the bulb lever until the bulb enters view on the bulb track. Okay, that's what we did before behind this thing over here. So that's all done. This guy can be super difficult. So because I know what I know now, let me just go to the rebreather. We're going to go to the black triangle right here. And we're going to head across to the rebreather. There it is, rebreather. So, sorry, it's the yellow triangle on the top. And then rebreather is going to start right here. So, what I know straight away by looking at the 2 tanks on the left is that that's the incorrect air. As we will figure out in a second. We're going to go through it step by step and figure out what is wrong. So we go to the manual. First thing, we want to turn the pump on. It works. The pump works, which means it's not the pump that's broken. That's stage 1. Then we're going to turn it off. We're going to put it over here and make sure there's no dents. No dents, no dents in that casing at all. So that's good. The pump is good. Move on to the next one. Remove the filter. As you can see below the pump over here, there is no filter. So we're going to grab a filter. Which is going to be... let's find a filter. What looks filterish? That looks filterish. Gas filter. There we go. I'm also going to purchase 2 snails. And this will come in a bit later. And I'll explain why. 2 snails. And we're going to do a heat sink as well. We're going to put that in there. Right, back into the rebreather. So we're going to put the filter in first. Bang. He's good. Now, next problem. Removing the filter, and if we look at the bottom right hand corner, static, not vibrating, or gas leaks. There's nothing on there because it's brand new. Then we're going to go to the next page. Removing gas canister. Now if you look on the right hand side of the screen, planet producing breathable gas and planet producing unbreathable gas. So it needs to be bright pink. As you can see, bottom left corner, it's blue. And this is the planet, by the way. This big guy is the planet. So this creates the oxygen so they can breathe. So we know that those guys are blue and they need to be pink. So we're going to go back here to the filter. We've got one more. On the left-hand page over there, we can remove those canisters. But looking at those canisters, they're not shaking, they're not leaking gas, and they're not dented. So the canisters are fine. If you look on the bottom left corner, you can see cracks, leaking gas, but that's not applicable here. On the right-hand side, we've got the breathable gas. So we're going to turn one more page. We're going to open up the planet where we just did. And now we're going to be looking at the planet itself. Snail, feeder, and foliage. Moving over. So, we look at the snail shell, and it needs to be dotted. So, there is no snail on this. So what I want to do is I want to move this a little bit. Actually, let's move it this way. So I can see the snails. We're going to head to the snails. And we're going to put them there. And we're going to put you... Oh, no space. Let's move it a bit more. See, look at the snail shells. They're all wrong. Okay, no, they're not. They're fine. Because now there's 2 snails. So if you look at the snail shells themselves, they've got little yellow dots. And that's what we want on the top left corner. The foliage is fine. That also means that these guys, the foliage over here, is good. And they don't need replacing. And also because if you look over here, the color on the right, if they're dark purple, they need replacing. So at the moment, the foliage is good. So the snails are purple with blue shells with yellow dots. So on the left-hand side, we got the yellow dots. We go one down. Surplus feed or insufficient feed. So the the maroon color snail is what we need. Maroon color snail with the yellow dots. But as you can see here, they're more purple than maroon, I would say. They're more like the insufficient feed, which is fine because over here we have our feeder. Let's go one across. Over here, the feeder is empty, as we can see by this canister here. So we're going to pick up the feeder, put him right there. Now, what does it say about the feeder in the bottom left corner? We can use the nourishment, the nat nourishment, which is something, a shortcut, if you will. So we're going to head to the fluid canister, or fluid fill right here. we're going to grab our feeder and we're going to go down to Nat right there. Fill you up. And as you can see, it's pink. That's kind of what we want the canisters to be. Oh, my cat is playing with the Christmas decorations. So we're going to grab him. We're going to put him right there. Now, what is the next thing we've got to look at? On the right-hand side, the foliage, we know that's right. Then the heatsink. So let's have a look at the heatsink. As you can see, on the heatsink on the top, just to the right of my hand now, there's only one little yellow line. So we're going to get a screwdriver, and we're going to open this up. Then we're going to get rid of the screwdriver, and now we can actually select the heatsink. We have to open those first. So as you can see here, that one's okay, although they're all broken. So we're going to remove them all. We can actually throw them away. Stop it. Stop it. I just try to push buttons. Okay, slowly, John. There we go. Pick it up. In the end, we want to throw away all those heat sinks. Bang. Then we're going to take our new one we bought earlier, and we're going to slot them in there. Then we're going to take our screwdriver again, and we are going to close that up. Now, this is the point I was like, okay, so how do I know if this is working or not? The aim of this whole goal is on the bottom left corner, those two canisters need to be pink. So, let's turn it on. Look at that. They are now bright pink. B-E-A, beautiful. Lacquer. Now, if we look at the snails as well, guys. The snails are now red with a purple body. So, we're going to go back to the snails over here. If you look at the top right corner, red, correct temperature. And the bottom left corner is maroon. So red and maroon, there we go, along with the top left corner of our dotted yellow shells. That's looking pretty damn good. So we can close this canister. And then what I kept forgetting last time is to close that. Come on, and close that. Now that should be everything perfect on the rebreather, and I really hope it is. If you want to check, if the pancake thing is broken, you could open this, and then if you take it out, the planet spins. If this is in and the planet's spinning, then you know that this thing's broken. But for now, he is A-okay. So we're going to push down on the D-pad to get the green, and we're going to close it up. Just a little tidbit there for you. Okay, that looks absolutely fantastic. So we're going to push touchpad. We adjusted the oil to the correct level. We don't know about that. I fixed the rebreather. So again, just to reiterate on the oil, I can't get that level to be exactly that white line above the oil. I can't get that to be in the middle of that, just of that yellow, the orange line you can see there. Now last time I did it just above, this time I'm doing it just below. So let's see if that's correct. Come on, baby, be correct, so that I know for the rest of the game. Okay, so start at the top. Repaired oil heat sink. Repaired, incorrect oil quantity. Oh wait, that is repaired, so it's done. Oh, okay, I get it now. I thought it was repaired, but only a little bit. But actually it's saying it's repaired the incorrect oil quantity, so it is good. It is good. And accolade, there we go, perfect oil fill. So if you see the accolade over there at the bottom of your whole list, you know, bang, straight away. And the rebreather, come on. Oh, what did I leave open? I don't know, I guess I just got to make sure of that next time. I'd love to go back in the video and have a look and see what I got wrong there. But I think the main thing here is the intricacies of getting the oxygen to the correct level. So leaving something open is like secondary, but still incorrect. So I apologize for that, guys. If you are following this step by step, then I don't know, if you go, okay, let me just approve that quick sticks. Look at all that money. If you go abandon run, then you'll quit your entire run. If you just go quit to menu, you will start at the beginning of this day, which I did for this particular tutorial. So I would love to be able to come back here and see what I left open. Okay, this time we've got to fix a broken realm. This actually means VR. So we're going to lower this over here until we get to the VR realm. There it is. Okay, so what we have to do here, guys, on the left, over here, this is going to control the up and down of the yellow, as you can see, the yellow marker. So we want to position the yellow marker across the eyes of this guy, assuming that's where the eyes are. In the top one, we're going to move over to the left, so the point is in the eye right there. Then we're going to lock it in. So it must be in the center of that eyeball. This one as well, we're going to put right in the center of this eye, pretty much on the same line as the other one, and we're going to lock that in. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do these in order of the timing. So we're going to pull this down, and when the bar at the bottom gets to this one, we pull that one. When the bar gets to this one, we'll pull that one, and so on. You'll see here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to go into the VR world. Okay, so I've done one VR world where it's just simply changing a light bulb for a lighthouse. So what is this? Searching for memory, 486. So it looks like I've got to find the memory. So again, I might skip ahead here, guys, because this is completely random. So here it is, guys. I found 486. It's completely random, and you have to find the numbered box that's actually showing on the screen over here. So we're going to run back and we're going to put this on the block, and we're going to push X. The lights are on. So now we're going to push circle to back out. Graphic, but toodle ooze. You think you know someone? She's like it. Thank you. So there we go. That's one of the VR worlds, and I'll be recording all of them to show you how to do them. The other one's the lighthouse one, simply adjusting the light bulb. But let's move on. Alright guys, so I'm just going to do a quick thought process on this game. Now, first off, I love how unique it is. It's not something I've ever played before. And aside from the incredibly difficult learning curve, when I get to certain jobs now, I can repair them. I know what to check for. I know specifically what items to look for, what items I need to buy, so I can only go to the shop once. This is after about 4 or 5 hours gameplay. I'm getting used to it, where at the beginning it was overbearing. It was just like, how the hell am I supposed to do this? And even with the manual itself is incredibly difficult to navigate. Even though it tells you where to go, I don't know why they make it so complicated, but still I have to page through everything to be able to find something. I can't just go to the triangle and 3 stars that it says. I'm pretty sure this will sort itself out over time. But you know, overall, in general, I find it's a really, really cool, fun little game. A nice time passer. I like the fact that it's just a continuous, not a continuous day, sorry. It's days that repeat. If you die, you just have another run. It takes about 40-45 minutes to complete a run. And there'll be lots of repairs and different types of repairs in repairs. So it's not always the same thing over and over again. There are variations of the repairs is what I'm trying to say. That's a lot of repairs words there. But yeah, I mean, I am enjoying it. I'm going to play it for the rest of the day. It's going to be released in about an hour's time, hour and a half's time. I want to edit this video, get it up. And if you do want to see more tutorials like this, I'm going to be posting videos on just specific repairs. Like I was saying before in the beginning, there's no real reason to play an entire playthrough, so it's just a lot easier to head to the description and just choose a repair that you're looking for and jump to it. There's no real need to do a playthrough now that I realize what the game is all about. But guys, if you are enjoying the content, smash the like button for me, and if you really are, then subscribe. So thanks for watching, and I want to catch you on the next one.